Hello, everyone. I'm joined here by Dr. Daniel Chang, very well known in the community as Doc.
Hello.
Doc just came back from Div I Nats where he won MVP, and we're very honored to have him here commentating the Sublime vs Head of States game. This was a Div 1 game, but yeah, welcome, Doc.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm very happy to be here. Yes, very excited to watch some high-level Div 1 action and commentate with my good friend. All right, and we are underway. So Sublime pulling to HOS. HOS moving up the disc and moved into the force sideline. Oh, a nice little break to get it to the other side of field. Oh, a pick call downfield.
So this is quite a lippy game, as it...
Oh, nice inside break. When you say lippy,
Yeah, there was quite a few calls and quite a few words between the two
oh,
teams.
what a bid! Oh my god!
Huge bid by Radu.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Athletic plays to get the block.
As you well know, Doc, the Sublime is well known for its dog mentality. They pride themselves on it.
Monkey rat dog mentality, absolutely.
That's right. Every point, every meter.
Oh, just a bit too much spice on that inside break. Well, look, Sublime against HOS, there's always quite a lot of passion because, yeah, we're teams that really love playing intensely and love to win. So it's always a pretty impassioned battle whenever we go up against HOS. But it's all in good fun. And I think generally speaking, we do respect our pseudo-sister team.
The spirit score at the end of the game was 7 and 8.
Brutal. Absolutely brutal. All right. You can only do so much. All right. Looks like HOS have scored.
Yeah.
A nice little round break to put it away there. But we did get a sniff.
You can see on the ground, Doc, how much dust is kicked up by the players as they run, as they bid. The ground was pretty much clay when the game was on.
Yeah, right. All right, we're doing really well to work it up the sideline here. Nice little inside. I think that's Jackson Bocci. Oh. Oof.
Steady hands in
Lovely hands.
Monty's hands there. Monty definitely had a few choice words for his defender.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
In just then?
Yep.
Yeah, sounds about right.
It was hilarious, but...
Yep.
But...
Oh, well, so leave him in the dirt? Why not?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
What do you think of the HOS structure?
Well, at the moment, they look... I think we're playing a little bit of a junky look to start off with. Oh, they've sent it up. It looked more like a horizontal kind of structure to start off with, at least anyway.
Who we got on the disc? That looks like Radu. And now, is that Glover?
Now it's just more of a conventional red zone type situation with people cutting out. Yeah, after setting up a kind of vertical stack. So yeah, just pretty standard stuff.
What would you say is the normal go-to structure for Sublime?
So generally speaking, we like to play either a split stack or some variation of that with an isolated cutter, or lovely take and a lovely follow-up from somebody wearing a hat.
Babyface is just so phenomenal in the air. Very well respected player.
Despite not really putting people on posters too often, he's still so reliable and just gets it as if it's nothing.
Yeah, the silent assassin he's sometimes known as.
Absolutely. All right, we're putting on a bit of a zone look here. Oh, and a run-through block.
Well done, Glover. G-Love, as he's now known as.
G-Love. Very, very nice.
Ben Basham with the disc, looking for
good
anyone.
Patience, but it has definitely stagnated upfield a little bit with the Hoss defenders sagging off a bit in the lanes, really stifling some of that undercutting. Although lovely little move there.
You can see the boys
Yeah.
get quite fired up. This was a very tense game.
Yeah, I can feel the tension in the air. Has lovely point, lovely zone, great patience with the disc, and just put it away nice and safe.
One thing you and I were talking about before we started recording, Doc, was how many HOS players there are compared to the measly 16, or at this point, I think even 14 Sublime have.
Yeah, so from what I was told, there were definitely challenges in the game throughout the tournament because of the conditions, particularly the fields themselves and how hard they were. Really took its toll on our really short line, I think, by the end of the tournament. But yeah, that is just the nature of things sometimes. You bring a small squad and then, if a nice little inside break there.
Straight up the guts.
All right. I think, so Sublime came out on defense. So this is just holds, I believe. Or actually, I think there's been one break for each team. But we're just still on serve at the moment. All right, HOS are coming out with a zoney look now.
That's Pups with the disc. Pups was last minute put on the offense as a handler, a position he's never played before. He's normally on the D line.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I believe Sublime played. Oh yeah, nice shot. I believe Sublime played a bit of a different style of line calling this year, which just took advantage of the fact that it allowed people to play specific roles, and then brought people on to kind of make sure that there were no shortfalls in the structure of each line. How do you think that went?
Yeah, look, I mean, it's something which they had to do, or we had to do just because we didn't have the numbers, and everyone really just stepped up to the roles which they were given. And everyone just played 100%, as you can see. Like, there's no lazy defense here. There's no lazy offense. Everyone's just... Oh, Chevy Diaz! Superman that.
Oh, what's the call?
Yeah, unfortunately there was
No! Oh, okay, good. On your bike.
Chevy Diaz, the rookie of the team this year.
Absolutely read that like a book and sailed through.
One good thing about Chev is that he has just such amazing closing speed, and he's incredibly explosive off the mark.
HOS have done a pretty decent job to defend there, but now we're out. It's a very low throw.
Unfortunately, down.
That is a shame, but great movement to get the disc off that sideline and to get it all the way across and try to continue to get it into the end zone on the break side. That is lovely. We're putting some very decent pressure on these undercuts at the moment. They're just getting small movements up the fourth side, which is exactly where we want to be. Lovely. Oh, we've got a free player. A couple of free players. They've managed to work it back to the break side now.
Call by Benny Bastion there, bit of an offensive foul, push off.
That is some lovely coverage by Radu. Oh, this is some high pressure building up here. Oh, that is lovely. Oh, well, it's just a mess of bodies. Unfortunately, HOS seems like they've managed to pick that one off.
That's TCAS there. I've been told that he's currently playing for the Dingoes.
Yeah, generally speaking, he's one of the reliable handlers for the team, and they'll look to try and work the disc through him, or rather, he'll always follow up the disc and ask for it back. Makes him a key part of their offense. Oh, that is another lovely read. Is that's
Chevy Diaz again.
Goodness me, he's having a ripper.
Oh, everyone had such a great tournament.
Oh, a big put. I think this might be good. Oh, that is a lovely shot. Was that Glover to
Mackenzie.
Matthew Mackenzie? That is lovely. Is that a break?
I think it is, yep.
Oh my goodness.
And here we go.
A brick.
What offensive structure do you think HOS will set up with?
Looks like they're going into what looks to be a 4-back horror style. Yep, that is pretty much what they've set up in.
Advantages of the 4-back horror, I believe, is that the 3 receivers have a lot of space to play with.
So it depends on the style that you're trying to go for. It does provide you with a couple of different options. So you can play through the receivers downfield, and yes, they'll be like quite isolated, and there'll be lots and lots of cutting space. Or you can play just heavily weighted through the handlers. It just depends on what style you want to go for. And to be fair, you can also be quite fluid in between the two, depending on the field position.
HOS have quite good movement with the frisbee. They pass it.
Oh, just as we say that.
It was a travel
Travel? No! Oh my goodness. Worst possible outcome for us, unfortunately. But the amount of pressure that we're stacking on defensively here, absolutely phenomenal. The nice little high release break. Yep, they're just working it up the open side now. Ooh, there's quite a lot of near picks coming out of the stack at the moment, it looks like.
It was a very fast and furious game.
But we are still doing a really good job of providing defensive pressure. They're not really getting any easy ones. They're mostly, wow, it just kept walking. Mostly working through the open side, which is exactly where we want to be. We want to be just applying that pressure and then just making them do little resets on the open side. We are doing a phenomenal job here. Absolutely phenomenal. I mean, the defensive effort by Sublime there, absolutely fantastic. We really made them throw quite a lot of throws, which is, yeah, we want to make them work for it. And then the next point that they come out on offense, we want to make them think about just exactly how hard it was. As a lovely throw to get it through the zone.
Bit of a bump there by Michael Vernon.
Yeah, I can't imagine Michael Vernon would have been super happy about that. It's pretty clear that the HOS player is not really going to get a good play on that disc. Nice around break. Unfortunately, it went a bit far to get a lovely hammer.
Straight back to Jacko now.
Jackson. That's to Eli. To Aiden. Back to Eli.
I think that might be Kyle.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Kyle. Oh!
Second bump. No foul called.
Fair bump. I mean, got to reward the effort. That was a pretty good defensive bid.
Quite a lot of bids this game.
Oh, look, when the team wants it. When both teams really want to win. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes the energy will be pretty high.
Yeah, I think both teams very much wanted the win on this game.
HOS just working it. Oh, big throw. Looks like it's going a bit too far. HOS did do a good job of cutting and continuing on to the open side, but unfortunately the shot went a bit far. Was there much wind during this game?
No, this is a very still game.
Oh, and a huge throw by Jackson Bocci. Looks like it's coming in. Oh, looks like it came in a bit short. A little bit of a bump, but good spirit there by Monty picking up the HOS player. Obviously, even though the passions and energies are high, we are never really looking to hurt our opponents. No one would ever want that. So, yeah, gotta respect the energy, but
keep it within the spirit of the game.
Yeah, and like if there is a bump, just make sure the other person's all right. It's the right thing to do. Oh, it's a lovely break, 2 lovely breaks there, and a big throw again. This one looks like it's coming inbounds. It looks like it's been weighted really well. Oh, and a lovely defensive effort. Looks like there might be a discussion here.
Yeah, Kyle was so tired that he actually had the discussion on the ground like that.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, take the opportunity to rest where you can, absolutely.
Yeah.
Contested foul. Fair enough. It looks like the HOS player did have pretty decent position, so unfortunately Kyle couldn't get a clean line there. It's just HOS player did a good job to keep their space as they were running.
Valiant effort just to get there.
Yeah, looks like there was the HOS player took advantage of a player who may have been a little bit flat-footed there on the defense. Still, Sublime in a good position at the moment, coming out on offense now. 1 break up.
Radu with the disc, Radu to, I think that's Froggen.
Looks like we're doing a 4-back horror this time. Working it predominantly through our handlers at this stage. Having said that, though, receivers come from downfield now. Oh, a call.
Quick equipment call.
Yeah.
Good of them to let the game stop.
It looks like we've fallen just more into just a big throw. Looks like the HOS player might be able to get a line there.
What are your criteria to throw a huck, Doc? When do you think it's on and when do you think it's not? Or is it always on? Shooter's got to shoot.
When somebody's going, that's when I like to throw. Generally speaking, I guess once you've played with a team for long enough, you know kind of the people who like to go, and you know kind of the timings that you'll want from that person specifically. So, yeah, of course, on a team like Sublime where they've been playing together for a very, very long time, those kind of connections will be pretty rock solid. Like, good examples of that. Oh!
Almost, Jacko. Almost.
Almost. It looks like he was thinking about it. So, of course, the combo. Oh, and very, very close. This is lovely defensive pressure, lovely defensive efforts. So on Sublime, Jackson or Kyle or one of the other throwers, Eli to Vernon or Aiden will be kind of the really common connections that they'll be looking for. Particularly Jackson picking it up if they're forcing backhand, then just a simple shot to Vernon is just about as textbook as we get in Sublime.
Vernon is a very, very tall target.
Very tall, so yeah, having a very large margin of error is always very, very nice.
And a remarkable receiver.
I
think that was Monty there, yeah.
Again, another defensive bid from HOS. But fair
after
enough.
reviewing the footage, all the defensive bids are done by one player.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. And name of this player?
We don't know.
Okay. Unnamed, mysterious HOS player.
Yeah.
Little shimmy there. Well covered. Oh, a beautiful throw and well towed. And a nice little blade there. Really split the difference. Lovely throw. All right, so I believe that's a HOS break, which means we are now just back on. Oh, no, we're still up a break.
Still up by 1.
My apologies. Oh, that is a lovely break as well. But Eli. Back to Eli.
Jackson, I think Eli had actually torn his meniscus by this game.
Oh, goodness me. Oh, that is a throw from Monty Mazerai to Aiden, and a beautiful, beautiful connection.
Aiden Deering is just so phenomenal in the air. Like, he's just... I swear he can fly, or gravity affects him slightly different.
Yeah, he's on another planet. He'll just take off. And if you're the person contesting the catch, you're just going to be watching as he just takes it about 2 feet above you.
Exactly. In fact, I wouldn't even jump. Make sure that you're not on a highlight.
Yeah, absolutely. So that kind of undercut from Monty Mazerai to Aidan Deering Long. That's classic. Absolutely classic Sublime.
Looking for the shot.
A very bunched up stack in the midfield at the moment.
Benny Bastion on the mark. Ben had a great game and a great tournament.
Ben Bastion.
Yep.
As he always does.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, stall out. Wow.
We did count the stall afterwards, and he did get to 7 before calling stall out.
Ah, yes. I generally like to cheat with my stall counts by starting off very fast and then being very slow with the last few counts, just to really make sure that they can't call a fast count about halfway through. Oh, Radu with the disc and a pickup field. Oh, a
Huge
lovely shot. Ooh.
And he's gone.
And he's gone.
He's gone.
That's it. That's Ben Bastion's tournament. Lovely throw from Radu. Pulled the trigger with confidence. All right, Sublime in a very commanding position at the moment. We're coming out on a zone defense again. A 3-3-1 zone defense, it looks like. HOS using some small throws. Punched it through.
Straight through the cup.
And it looks like we have now transitioned. Oh, and a lovely big throw. Oh, and what an effort.
Look at that
Lovely.
dust.
HOS pulling this time. Looks like we're going into a 3-back horror. And a zoney look from HOS to start off with.
Monty with the disc.
Like Radu.
Straight to Radu.
To Bruce.
Back to Radu.
And and a little bit of a miscommunication, it looks like. Unfortunate. HOS picking up the disc now. Looks like they're just in a normal kind of a
Look at that footwork by Aiden. Wow.
lovely coverage. Oh, and the defensive pressure from Kyle.
That's just someone who I would hate to be defending me.
Inside break.
Yeah.
All right. And a big throw. This one looks like it's really sailing a bit high, but HOS have got numbers. Oh, lovely. Lovely positioning. And it looks like there's a injury call.
Yeah, Jacko bumped his head. Good thing he's got a pretty thick skull.
That is always an advantage.
He's to protect his brain.
Well, if you're going to induce head trauma by smashing your head against somebody else's head, you want to have the thicker skull.
Yeah, indeed you do.
So it doesn't look like things will change much. It looks like it was a pretty clean D. So it's just going back to Radu now as part of the injury call. And I suspect, yes, that the play will just play out exactly the same. Eli. And a big throw. Probably wasn't Eli. Oh! Unfortunately, drawn under the disc. The HOS player was right on, is that Chev?
I think it was Aiden Deering.
Unfortunately, the HOS player was right on his hip, had to go a little bit early. The frisbee kind of curved over. Unfortunate. Force to the left side of screen. Oh, a big break throw and a bit of a collision or pick.
Michael Vernon on the mark.
Big boy mark. Oh, great pressure there. And another inside break. It's lovely inside breaks from HOS. Really exposing, really opening up some of the offensive options. Wow.
Oof.
Very nice bid. Oh, my goodness.
Would it look good, Radu? Would it look good?
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's really unfortunate. It's not a place that you're really expecting the disc to come because it's such a weak space to throw into, but Hoss take full advantage of just a sharp, quick throw.
What should you be thinking about when you get closer to the end zone, Doc? Besides, obviously, I want to score a point.
Don't turn it over. That should be your number one priority. Really should be your number 1, 2, and 3 priority is not to turn the disc over and try and reward the fact that your team has worked that hard to get the disc to that point. Oh, Hoss are doing a lovely job with the defensive positioning. That's a lovely around break. Essentially, when you're near the end zone, the thing that you should really not be thinking about is the end zone. You want to try and ignore the end zone and just cut normally. So, and a big throw right after the defensive effort.
That's a perfect throw, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Taking full advantage of the momentum there and just, putting that away. Back to evens.
Even Stevens.
So this is going to be Galaxy point here then. Sublime in a good position to take half. And we're coming out in a Tonka split stack.
Great effort there by Kyle.
Great catch. Very, very tough going over him. It's lovely focus. Yep. Good undercut from Michael Vernon. No? Michael Vernon?
Michael Vernon, yep.
Lovely.
Straight back to Jacko. Jacko to the ground.
Sinker.
I think as the Hoss player ran through the disc, he decided to step on it.
Ooh.
Hence a disc change.
Fair enough. They're really cramming it right in this cram hole at this stage. Wow. Couldn't really get any cram yet. Oh, nice around break. No continuation onto the break side until a little bit later. But it did come in the end. It's a much better field position now. You've got a lot more space to work with.
Good by Pups covering his player.
Yeah, this is going well so far. We're doing a decent job of stifling them. Unfortunate. That is good cutting from Hoss, and unfortunately that means that Hoss takes half.
Hoss does indeed take half.
It's all right. We're a second half team, thankfully, so yeah, we'll be, I no doubt, coming out firing here.
It's a time difference, Doc.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we've got to wake up first.
Absolutely.
Coffee's got to kick in. Oh, and a beautiful, gigantic throw. When I say beautiful, what I really meant to say was it was indeed a throw. Looked good out of the hand. Wow. So I don't think I finished my point earlier of when you get close to the end zone, realistically, you want to try and ignore the end zone. A lot of people start flaring their cuts out and cutting quite laterally, which is really not what you want to do. You just want to, dangerous throw from the Hoss player. But luckily, we couldn't get a clean line for a bit. A little travel call. Nice break. Yeah. And a big huck. And putting on just enough pressure there was Michael Vernon, it looks like.
Great effort, Vernon.
Very nice. Drew the Hoss player under the disc, made them feel like they had to go early. Beautiful. Nice little shank inside and a lovely little continuation pass. And just overthrew the up the line pass, unfortunately. We're back with Hoss now. Nice around break. And then back to the open side. Not much really materializing on the open side at this stage. Yeah, it looks... the mark looked like it had moved around a little bit as the stall count was getting a little bit high. Unfortunately, that allowed a break side throw. This one's just overthrown a little bit. Lovely effort there to catch that. Nice break. Again, yeah, Hoss's continuations seem like they're coming just a touch late, but it's not really damaging their offense too much. But the other thing is that they're not really taking many open cuts. It looks like, yeah, either the defensive positioning is very good from Sublime, or maybe it's just getting to that point in the game where it's a little bit of fatigue, but really there doesn't look to be any really hard, aggressive cuts to the open side.
Oof.
But doesn't matter, they managed to work it along the break side. And then,
Sneak it in a little, yeah.
And that is a break.
Huge pull. Huge.
I believe that's Pups fielding the pool.
Mm-hmm.
Back to Pups here. Looks like they've come out just in a regular match, forcing to the right side of the screen. Ethan Foggin. They're actually very, very poachy. That's a nice break shot. Oh, lovely continuation. Beautiful. And a great clearing route from Ethan allowed that space to be open for when Radu actually got there. Oh no, just
Almost fogs.
Looked like the throw may have been slightly behind the player.
Very uncharacteristic of frogs. Who's on the mark? Looks at Maka, now followed by Radu.
Looks like Hoss are really utilizing their front of stack for a lot of their cutting, rather than what would be typically conventional, which would be more kind of bigger, longer cuts coming from the back or near the back of stack.
Oof. Just a little bit overthrown. Hit the cone though. I believe that's worth 2 points.
A lot of inside breaks from Hoss, and they are a team that really do like to utilize their front of stack both for cutting and also to just get those inside breaks. So cut to the open side and then sweep around to the break side.
Babyface with
come.
just shoots it.
Wow, that is an absolute laser. And beautifully put away. Lovely.
Perfect.
I believe that was Jackson to Radu in the end.
I think so. Or was it Foggin to Radu?
A nugget to Radu. Looks like we're just into match. With the force to the right side of the field. Again, it looks like they're really focusing on cuts coming more from shallow position, so more from the front of stack.
Macro on the mark.
This is some very good defensive pressure. Radu shutting down a cut from the front of stack.
Have a go, Chev. Have a go.
Like any kind of defensive pressure that you can put on, like any time you can take a clean D and make the person first of all think about it. Maybe they're going to drop it for one, but then they just know that if you got the mongrel in you, then they're just going to think about the throws more, and then that's going to make their timings a bit more awkward. So power to Chev, and Chev is pretty much the guy that you can rely on to just like absolutely go for it and put his body on the line.
Absolutely.
Good. This is some decent coverage from the front of stack position. There's really not a lot materializing for Hoss.
Good pass.
They are being very, very patient until that point. The commentator's curse, unfortunately. Hoss have been doing a really good job being patient and just taking options where they're relatively safe. But Sublime have also been doing a really good job trying to shut down a lot of their options that they would be wanting to hit. A diag to start off with. Chev free, but looked off to Radu. And a big shot from Radu. This looks well placed. Macca, nice and calm.
Telling everyone to chill.
That is lovely. That's exactly what you want from a player. Once the momentum is stopped, you don't want anyone to force anything. Ben Bastion. Looks like we're looking for a reset. Nice. Again, just patience here from Sublime.
TK to Fogan.
That is absolutely lovely. That's exactly what you want from that situation. You put it away, it's stall 1. You put it away, it's stall 6. Doesn't really matter.
Huge pull by Fogs.
Very good pull. Looks like HOS are in a 4-back horror again. At least for the initiation of this play.
Oh,
It looks like we've come out in a bit of a help set, or a bit of a scuzzy set. Oh, unfortunate.
that was a very fast point by HOS.
Yeah,
Very
looked
clean.
like we were a little bit slow to pick up all of the players, which then meant that they could get a bit of momentum, and by the time we were locked onto our players, it was a bit too late. All right, we are going into a Tonka from the looks of it. Brucey? Baby? Somebody?
Vernon.
Vernon? A
Perfect before Jackson.
well cleared from Aiden. Oh, that was very close to the line. These are very close to the line. Looks like we're wanting to get it off the line here, which is exactly what we want to be doing. That was Monty, I believe. It's a very,
Amazing
very
throw.
good pull. Very, very good throw.
Oh, no!
Oh, dear me.
Disaster.
All right, let's see if we can get it back here. Yep, just open side throws. Oh, winds up for the big one, but looks it off. And a big throw.
Huge throw.
This one looks like it's fading to advantage, unfortunately. Just shy of the end zone.
Oh, fingertips there, Doc.
Just some very, very nice little movements there, unfortunately.
Absolutely. When you feel as though the other team is on a bit of a roll, besides calling a timeout, what else can you do to help slow that momentum?
Really, the timeout is actually so invaluable. But other than the timeout, and the opposing team is on a roll, you're trying to pretty much break momentum in whatever way that you can. It is tricky because as the team is coming out on defense, so as your opposition is coming out on defense, they can often dictate, what kind of look you're able to take.
For sure.
It is quite tough. Timeouts, however, really valuable. You just rally the troops, light a fire under them, and that way you can come out really aggressively or make whatever adjustments you need to. That is normally enough.
I think this was the first season where they brought in the new timeout rule.
Beautiful upline throw, clinical.
Very nice, Bruce.
So yes, the new rule.
So 2 timeouts per half now.
Oh, 2 timeouts per half. Wow.
Yep. Or if Jackson botcher, try and call 3.
Oh, yep. What happens there?
When you try
When
and
you try to call 3 timeouts.
then the other teteam's team manager comes up to you and says, "You've already called 2," and then you say, "No, I haven't."
Just deny it.
Just deny it, man.
Yeah. All right, we're in a bit of a zony look. Lovely. And just good patience from the HOS team. Just taking what they're given.
When would you recommend playing a zone compared to man?
The easiest would just be when there's a bit of wind. Or if you know that they certain throws are a bit weaker, like they don't have a certain throw within their repertoire, then it can be much easier to just get a turnover from a frustration defense. Yeah, but typically it'll be most advantageous when there's a bit of wind. Oh, that's some just wonderful use of momentum by the Hoss. Again, just playing nice and safely, taking small little passes, nice and reliable. And it looks like we've transitioned into match now, which is good. Again, just really, really nice use of the break side space. Just Hoss really relying on their handlers to just break the mark and just utilize the break side. That being said, I may be getting maybe confused as to what the force was there.
Bit of a travel call. Disc comes back. Call was retracted.
So yeah, actually, maybe I'm incorrect. Oh, and a beautiful bid!
Radu.
Oh my goodness. One thing that I'm noticing in the second half is that there have been far less calls.
Yes, yeah.
So it does look like there has been a bit of an adjustment. Oh, big throw. Oh, unfortunate.
There was a bit of a chat about halftime to try and get the spirit of the game up.
Yeah, lovely. And, look, sometimes, teams will come out and, it'll be a bit of a process to feel out exactly what kind of game it's going to be, which is totally fair. But then I think it really, the testament to the teams and the players that they can actually take on board some feedback and adjust. I think that's really the sign of a spirited team,
Absolutely.
not, a team that, I think that teams should be judged on more than just, how they were from the very start of the game.
For sure. Absolutely.
Again, Hoss demonstrating just that nice little safe movements and ooh.
Bit of a drone malfunction.
Oh dear, we're having some technical difficulties here. And just an overthrow. Just as I was praising Hoss for taking nice, safe options. Big throw.
Big throw by TK.
From TK. Oh, unfortunately, just short. A good decision, it looked like, but just underthrown slightly.
And a bit more zip.
It looks like the force is to the left side of the screen, so my apologies. I was speaking too much praise. Oh, and a flick huck. Oh, and just waited.
And timeout is called.
Goodness me. It looked like Eli thought that he could get a line and just pick it off, but unfortunately it just hung slightly over his head.
Yeah, I think that was TK.
Oh, TK. Sadness. Unfortunately.
Both big boys.
Yeah, they're big boys. Oh, and a nice defensive bid there, but unfortunately Hoss managed to score that one.
You can see how many Hoss players there were.
Yeah, huge line. All right, here we go. Jackson feeling the pull to Brucey.
Now, Jackson and Brucey have been playing with each other for quite a long time.
Yep, absolutely. Oh, no, and a little poach off there, but lovely work by Jackson to work it through, and great patience from Kyle. Doesn't look like there's a massive number of options here. Nice little hammer throw.
Very nice.
The Hoss are doing a good job with their zone. And downfield, the continuation options are a little bit stifled. Oh, and a big throat.
Kyle looking for options.
Looks like they're still in that zone set. But Sublime are doing a good job of taking the safer options.
Monty back to Kyle.
Yeah, it looks like there's...
Jackson, sorry.
Directing a bit of traffic here. Although it does look like Hoss have now transitioned into match.
Jackson
and
with the
Sublime have done a good job of now forming up a bit of a vert stack. Big opportunity of big cut. Monty looks it off to Jackson. Oh, and a huge bid. Great hands. Absolutely fantastic catch. Ever reliable reset cut come from Eli or Brucey?
I think it was
Oh.
Ethan Foggin. No, it was Bruce.
Nice. A patient throw from an experienced handler. And that is just some lovely movement
There
to
you
the
go.
open side and then just flip it back. Beautiful. All right, Sublime up. Coming out on match. Maybe a bit of a scuzzy look, but we are matched now. And the force is to the left side of field. So, and a big throw. A big cut from midfield. Sized up. Oh. A good contest, but wonderful work by the HOS. So it looks like, that's the end of the game. So HOS take it 15-11.
What a great game.
Yeah, wonderful game. Like lots of just very intense defense, working through some not optimal conditions, but just wonderful work from both sides. Personally, I think that even though both teams came out with a lot of passion and drive, that I think some adjustments were made, and I think by the end of the game, it looks like that both teams had sized each other up well, what kind of game that they wanted to play. And so I think in the end, just a wonderful game of high intensity, high level ultimate frisbee.
Thank you so much for being here, Doc. We always love you giving us a good commentary. For anyone who's interested, there is a more in-depth look, a bit of a game breakdown with Peter Ely. That would be linked down below. Feel free to join that and have a look at some of his insights. Doc, thanks again. We're looking forward to seeing you on the next one, which I think is going to be the Chaos vs GWF Blaze game.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to it. Thank you so much for having me.
Catch you guys.
And I've fallen for someone, somebody like you. And I've fallen for someone, somebody like you. Think I'm lost on my own. I bet you think it's hard to find a place to call home.